Hello everyone, in this video, we'll talk about deep shading and how it's done. This technique helps create dark shadows and strong contrast, adding depth and dimension to your tattoo design. If you want to take your shading skills to the next level, this video is for you. First, you'll need the right needles for deep shading. Round shader is great for precise details and deep shadows. Magnum shader works best for larger areas and heavy shading. You can also use Bugpin Magnum for finer and more delicate shading. Now, about machine settings, the voltage depends on your hand speed. Regarding machine settings, the voltage of your machine varies depending on the speed of your hand. This means you need to adjust the voltage so that it aligns with your hand speed. For example, higher voltage can increase the needle's movement speed, which might not be ideal for deep shading. I recommend 7.5 to 9 volts for deeper and more powerful strokes. But keep in mind that this range is only a reference to help you determine whether your voltage is too high or too low. Ultimately, precise voltage adjustment depends on your hand speed and the type of design you aim to create. Regarding the needle depth, for deep shading, the needle should extend about 2 to 3 millimeters. This length allows you to apply the right amount of pressure on the skin and deposit the pigment deeply enough without causing excessive damage to the skin. Suitable ink. For deep shading, it's better to use darker ink. You can use high percentage gray wash or black ink for the deeper areas. These inks help you create darker and deeper shadows effectively. Techniques. Technique 1. Dot packing. To fill deep areas, use focused and small strokes. This method helps you push the ink deeper into the skin. Technique 2. Layering. To create more depth, add multiple layers of shading. Start with the base shadows and then build up with darker shades to achieve deeper layers. Technique 3. Dot hand movements. At this stage, aim to keep your strokes steady and focused. For larger areas, use back and forth motions, but for more detailed areas, make precise and controlled strokes. Technique 4. Proper pressure. Applying too much pressure can damage the skin. Make sure to control the pressure of your hand. The goal is to allow the needle to reach the right depth in the skin so the shadows appear smooth and well blended. Technique 5. Slow and steady motion. In deep shading, your hand movement should be slow and steady. Use small, precise strokes to ensure the shadows settle properly into the skin, preventing color spread and ensuring smooth, controlled depth. Technique 6. Gradual shading. To create more depth, use gradual shading. Start with lighter shades and then build up with darker tones to add more depth. This technique helps you achieve a smooth transition between shades and enhances the overall depth of the design. Technique 7. Gradual transitions with lighter shading. When working with deep shading, it's essential to incorporate lighter tones around the edges of the shadow areas to create a gradual transition. This helps avoid harsh lines between light and dark areas, creating a smoother, more natural-looking fade that enhances depth. Technique 8. Use layering for depth. Layering is essential for deep shading. Start with a light base layer and build up gradually with medium to dark tones. This method creates a smooth transition between the shadows and prevents the shading from looking flat. Each layer should be applied slowly to ensure the ink settles into the skin and achieves the desired depth. The most important thing to remember is that deep shading requires practice and patience. Remember, deep shading is an art, and with more practice, your skills will improve. Stay patient and keep going. If you have any questions or there's something you'd like to learn, let me know in the comments. I'm here to help. Never stop learning. Tattooing is a never-ending journey, and there's always something new to master. Until the next video, take care, stay inspired, and always aim for the best for yourself and your clients.